Man, oh man, it's hard not to be biased. It's difficult not to be upset about this latest patch update and all the changes made to gameplay.
You ever notice how every time 2K announces a patch, right? They announce a patch and the patch notes come out and the whole sentiment of the community changes. It's, oh my gosh, man, the game is about to be legendary again. You know, they've added blood steals back and oh, they're patching Phage, so these guards are gonna be nerfed and they're not gonna be good anymore. And wow, this game's gonna be really good. All for you to finally load that patch up and be like, holy shit, this shit is awful. They didn't actually fix it. They ruined the game. Let's keep it a $150. This latest 2K patch is garbage. It is complete, utter garbage. You can't dribble the ball anymore. If you even look at a defender, if he breathes on you, it doesn't matter if he has 45 steal or 99 steal. He's gonna tear it off of you. You can't fade anymore because little Timmy and little Bobby couldn't guard it. So they took that out of the game. What is the game now? The game is so reminiscent of NBA 2K23, where all people did was steal the ball and run around on 6'8" builds. I have been telling y'all since day one, they do not know how to slightly patch something. They either majorly change it or they remove it. It's very simple. They can't do slight tweaks. Change this, buff that, nerf this, and guess what? Look at what product we have right now. At the end of the day, bro, you reap what you sow. And it's just so funny because I see a lot of people on Twitter saying, this is gonna get reverted and it's fine, it'll be back in a few days. No, it won't. Because for them to revert it would be them to have to say that they completely fucked up the patch and they don't know what they're doing. And I hate to break it to you guys, but welcome to the new normal of NBA 2K26.
If you guys are looking for players to run with, you're tired of running with randoms, and you're looking for a crew on NBA 2K26, join the AllCity 2K Discord. We are the #1 2K Discord outside of NBA 2K's Discord. With over 30,000 members, I'm sure you'll find players to add to your crew, or you'll find a crew to join. If you would like to join one of the AllCity crews, subscribe to our Discord and we got a spot for you. The link for Discord is in the description below. Join today.
What's going on, bro? I ain't made one of these videos in a long time. Please tell me I'm dreaming. Please tell me the clips that I'm seeing on Twitter are AI. Please tell me, bro. I haven't got on 2K yet, but I'm hearing things and I'm seeing things that I don't like. Please, put the game back to where it was. Yeah, I know I said I ain't want tempo shooting in the game, but fuck it, I changed my mind. Put it back in the game, dog. Put it back in the game. All that hit shooting and making me slow down my shot when I'm tempoing, dog. Put it back in the game, bro. Please, put it back in the game. We ain't got time for this bullshit now, Mike Wayne. And Ronnie, you gonna make me crash out on your ass too, dog. I know you ain't got nothing to do with it, but you retweeted that bullshit and you know it was some bullshit. Now, Mike Wayne, put it back to where it was before I go live tonight or I'ma crash. I swear, 110 miles per hour crashing. I'ma crash out, Mike. Please, bro. I see niggas reaching out. I see niggas getting bump steals and not even reaching at the ball, dog. Niggas got 45 steals, Mike Wayne. That doesn't sit right with me, Mike Wayne. For real. Now I'm trying to enjoy my day before I go spark. Please change this shit back to where it was.
Now, I don't need you guys to agree with me on the stuff that I'm saying here, but give me a second just to vent. I primarily play in the rec center, so that alone should say a lot. I'm not looking for super sweaty gameplay. I'm more so looking to enjoy my time playing 2K. And up until today's patch, I've been enjoying NBA 2K26 every single day since its release. I've been playing this game non-stop. Just hit start of 5, ranked number like 648 in my state, averaging 30 plus points per game, shooting around 64-65% from the perimeter. To some people, those numbers will be considered sweaty, and to others, those numbers will be considered average. Some people may think that because you play in the rec center alone, those numbers should not even be considered. So what I'm basically saying here is there's different perspectives on how we look at gameplay. Up until today's patch, I was on course and getting myself mentally prepared to hit legend. It will be the first time hitting legend since NBA 2K20. I haven't even considered going for legend on any next gen version of 2K up until NBA 2K26. Pre-patch, the game just reminded me so much of the older versions of 2K, NBA 2K16, 17, 19, and 20, that explosiveness, that super fast-paced gameplay, the offensive-oriented style of gameplay development. Only elite defenders and elite defensive schemes can keep up with the offense. And that's a lot of what I experienced in NBA 2K26. up until this new patch. A lot of players called for a nerf to tempo fades. 2K nerfed it to the ground. Just before that, they called for nerfs on 7.4s, and 2K nerfed them to the ground as well. Some of you guys may be thinking, well, it's not nerfed to the ground. The 7.4s are still out there. Tempo shooting and tempo fades are still out there, but neither are nearly as impactful as they were prior to the patches that attempted to take them out. A lot of players are saying that the dribbling was unrealistic. Ball handlers were able to dribble into defenders with no penalty. And this may indeed be fact up until a certain point. The good folks over at NBA 2K Labs ran a test and found out that if a good defender is counting the adrenaline bars on a ball handler, and if they so happen to stonewall that ball handler, they lose an adrenaline bar. If that ball handler continues to dribble left, right, he loses another bar. And with each bar that the ball handler depletes, the chances of getting an on-ball steal are increased for that defender. In my opinion, this seemed like great logic. If he attempts to strike too early before that ball handler loses any adrenaline bars, it'll more than likely be a foul. But if he's counting those adrenaline bars and manages to deplete all 3 adrenaline bars, that defender then gets an increased chance for a steal. What ended up happening with this formula is that too many ball handlers were making such obvious mistakes and they weren't getting penalized. I like the idea of the ball handler being afforded maybe 1 or 2 initial dribble moves to set up their dribble sequence. Like I said earlier, the 2K Labs test found out that if you have all 3 adrenaline bars, it's damn near impossible to get an on-ball steal. This prior to the most recent patch update. But how do we go from it being damn near impossible for a 99 lock to get an on-ball steal when a ball handler has all 3 adrenaline bars, to now a player with a perimeter defensive or steal attribute of a 25 could get an on-ball steal simply by smothering the ball handler or just moving forward into the ball handler? We're not talking about a blitz steal. We're not talking about another defender attacking the ball hand of a ball handler. We're talking about non-defenders getting on-ball steals for doing absolutely nothing. No action queued up on their controller and receiving a steal.
So this is a 5'9" minimal wingspan with no steal rating. Doesn't even have glove getting these plugs. You're telling me this is the game that you guys want to play?
I ask you guys to kind of look at the bigger picture here. Like, what's really going on here? Mike Wang is not new to developing 2K games. The 2K dev team are not new to developing any games in the 2K franchise. They've been around for years. They've communicated and engaged with the 2K community for as long as I can remember. With all the surveys sent out and with 2K's intricate marketing team, marketing being their #1 line item expense, they know exactly what the 2K player and what the 2K community wants out of a 2K game. So why do you guys think it is that we end up on 2 opposite ends of the extreme? The game starts out offensive heavy. It's like that for the whole first season. Steals are damn near non-existent. Tempo fading is overpowered. 7.4s are shooting over everything. Within the first season, this whole thing gets flipped upside down. Post-patch, now 7.4s are nerfed to the ground. Tempo fading, nerfed to the ground. On-ball steals are overpowered. I don't know. To me, something smells kind of fishy. The change, in my opinion, was so extremely goofy. And I mean, because of how far the change went from what was actually necessary. Like the extreme that it went to, Mike Wang, he only kind of had to take 1 step. This joint went 10 steps too far. And it's hard for me to believe that this change wasn't intentional. It's difficult for me to understand how someone or a team of people who have been developing this game for so long and who are so closely connected to the 2K community can get a patch update, in my opinion, so wrong. Now, if you guys are defenders out there, you're probably loving the patch update. And more than likely, I'll have a lockdown defender by the end of the week, because there ain't no way I'm going to continue running point guard with this type of gameplay. You know what I find the most ironic? Before overhauling this game, Mike Wang didn't even consider how overpowered the Trapper was pre-patch. Now you got on-ball steals and Trapper both overpowered. I mean, you got to see, wait until you guys get into the sweatier type of games. You got the whole defense just running to you spamming. The spam gets them close enough to you to perform a trapper animation. You pick up the rock and you got to throw the ball. You got to pass the ball in like a double team animation type of pass. So it's going to be a slow wind up sort of pass, leaving room for another defender to just get into those passing lanes. As you guys may be able to tell by now, my biggest complaint about this latest patch update has nothing to do with tempo phase or tempo shooting, because those weren't a part of my game. But what I loved about NBA 2K26 was the freedom to move around and create different options. The pacing of the game was explosive and fast. And after this recent patch update, this gameplay here that you guys are gonna see in the background is what we got left. But according to Mike Wang and the 2K dev team, this is the gameplay that we asked for. As always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts about this stuff. Share them in the comment section below. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub on your way out. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.